You know that effortless celebrity hair, thick, shiny, and perfect in every photo. What if I told you it's not just genetics or $500 salon visits? There are actual secrets that they use every day, and you can do the same too. I've spent years working in modeling and in beauty industry, so I was surrounded by stylists, backstage experts, and the real A-listers. And I'm telling you, most of the tips they swear by are shockingly simple and not expensive at all. In this video, I'm breaking down the exact secrets behind celebrity hair, from daily habit that transforms your hair's texture and the supplements and foods that give that real shine from within. So girl, you don't need extensions, you don't need expensive keratin treatments, and you don't need to spend hours every day trying to heal your hair. I will show you how to build a realistic routine that gives you red carpet hair even if you're on a budget. So here's the first secret that literally every hairstylist, dermatologist, and supermodel agrees on. Your hair starts from the inside. So you can cover it in the most expensive masks and oils, but if your body is missing the right nutrition, your hair will always reflect that. That's why I'm always say check your vitamins level. I know not everyone has access to full blood panels or lab tests, and that's okay. You can still do a lot just by being mindful of your diet. The goal is a balance, not overeating, not starving, just nourishing your body with the real food. And here's what I've learned from models with the shiniest, healthiest hair. They never cut out healthy fats. Good fats are everything for beauty, not just for hair, but also for glowing skin, hormones. When you don't get enough fats, your hair loses its shine. And it works even with my cat. When she doesn't get enough healthy fats, her fur gets dull. And it's the same for us, for humans. So include things like salmon, avocado, olive oil, walnuts. Then comes protein, the building block of hair. Hair is made of keratin, and keratin is a protein. If you are not getting enough protein, your hair literally doesn't have the raw material it needs to grow. So make sure every day you have enough sources like eggs, lean meats, fish, or plant-based protein, if you're a vegetarian, of course. And now let's talk vitamins, because they do help, but only if your body needs them. Personally, I take biotin and B12. I'm not a doctor, so always do your own research, but these two made a visible difference for me. My hair and nails grow faster and my hair feels stronger. Biotin is the main ingredient in all these hair growth supplements you see online and everywhere, but honestly, you don't need the fancy versions. A simple, affordable biotin works just as well. And B12 is super important, especially for women. It supports energy, iron absorption, and healthy red blood cells, which means more oxygen going to your scalp. So before you go buying another $500, I don't know, hair mask, start with your plate, because no hair care routine will ever outshine a nourished body. Okay, now there is a tip that literally no one talks about, and it's the complete opposite of what you usually hear. Everyone says you need to trim your ends every 6 to 8 weeks if you want healthy hair. Honestly, that's one of the biggest myths when it comes to growing long and beautiful hair. Because here's the truth. If your goal is a length, constant trimming is your worst enemy. Of course, if your ends are totally fried or splitting halfway up the strand, you need to fix that. But if your hair is in decent shape, stop cutting it so often. You're literally cutting off your progress every time. I'm not saying to never get a trim, but if you're in your growth phase, try going 6 months to a year without cutting. Just focus on nurturing your ends, masks, oils. And speaking of protection, here's another beauty industry secret: how you sleep matters. Cotton pillowcases cause friction. Friction causes breakage, freeze, and dullness. It's like sandpaper for your hair. That's why so many models and celebrities sleep on silk or satin pillowcases. They reduce friction, keep your hair smooth and shiny and prevent breakage while you sleep. But if silk feels too expensive or high maintenance, don't worry. Sateen works beautifully too. I actually prefer wearing a sateen bonnet or hair wrap at night. It sounds extra, but trust me, it's a total game changer. It protects your hairstyle and helps you wake up with hair that's soft, shiny, and ready to go. You can literally do a quick curl or blowout the night before, put on your sateen bonnet, and wake up looking like you're just from the salon. It's such a simple habit, but it makes a huge difference over time. Less breakage, more shine, and longer, beautiful hair. Now let's talk about something that almost everyone gets wrong: drying your hair. You've probably heard people say, don't use heat, let your hair air dry. But here's the truth that no one tells you. Air drying isn't always a friend. In fact, leaving your hair wet for too long can do more harm than good. When your hair is wet at its weakest, it stretches, breaks, and gets frizzy much easier. So what's the solution? You don't need to use super hot heat, but you need to make sure your hair dries completely, especially the roots. I like to use a medium or cool setting on my blow dryer and focus first on the scalp. Dry roots means a healthy scalp. That's where all hair growth begins. Think about your scalp is a skin, and if it stays damp for hours, it can throw off your moisture balance, cause irritation, or even slow down healthy hair growth. Once the roots are dry, you can move to the length. You don't need to overstyle. Just make sure everything is fully dry before you go out or go to bed. I've personally noticed that when I fully dry my hair, it stays shiny longer, holds in shape, and breaks way less. And let's be honest, air drying only really works if you live in a warm, dry climate and your hair is naturally smooth. But for most of us, especially if you live somewhere humid or cold, air drying can make hair dull, puffy, and frizzy. So the next time someone tells you to stop using your blow dryer, remember, it's not about avoiding heat. It's about using it smartly. Keep the temperature low to medium and focus on gentle, complete drying. Now here's another secret that almost no one talks about enough. Stop brushing your hair when it's wet. I know, it's tempting, especially after washing when you want everything smooth and neat. But brushing wet hair is one of the easiest way to break it. As I told you before, when your hair is wet, it's soft, elastic, and super fragile. Instead, if you really need to detangle, do it gently. Use a wide tooth comb or a soft detangling brush, and it's gonna be better only after you've applied your conditioner or mask in the shower. That's when your hair is slippery and easy to handle. Speaking of masks and conditioners, the order matters. Always use your mask first and conditioner second. The mask deeply nourishes the hair and the conditioner works like a seal. It closes the cuticle and locks in all the benefits. So if you ever wondered why your mask doesn't seem to work, it might be because you are applying the conditioner before it. And please skip the 3-in-1 products. They never do the job right. Your hair needs separate steps: shampoo to clean, mask to repair, and conditioner to seal. It doesn't have to be pricey, it just has to be effective and gentle. And don't forget about leave-in products. These are your hair's best friends between washes. A leave-in conditioner, a light oil, or a spray helps your ends stay hydrated, smooth, and less likely to spill. You don't need a ton, just a small amount on damp hair, focusing on the ends. Think of it like a skincare. Your hair needs daily moisture, not just weekly mask. For me, this step completely changed how my hair looks between washes. It's smoother, shinier, and feels like it just had a salon treatment. So remember, no brushing wet hair, mask first, conditioner second, and always finish with a leave-in care. These tiny changes make a huge difference, and they are exactly what stylists and models do to keep their hair strong and flawless. Here's another mistake so many people make without even realizing it. Those trendy, clean girl sleek buns and super tight ponytails. They might look cool, but they are terrible for your hair in the long term. When you constantly pull your hair tight, whether it's a bun, ponytail, ponytail or braid, you're putting tension on the follicles, especially around the hairline. Over time, the tension weakens the roots, breaks strands, and I get it, the clean girl aesthetic looks cool. But if you're trying to grow your hair, it's not your friend. So what's the solution in this case? You don't need to give it up completely. Just save it for special days, not as your everyday hairstyle. And when you do that, make sure the base is loose and use a soft hair ties like silk or satin scrunches instead of rubber ones. Also try different hairstyles. One day a loose braid, another day a low ponytail, or even better, just wear it down and let your scalp breathe. And speaking of the scalp, let's talk about one of the most underrated beauty rituals ever. Scalp massage. You probably heard about it, but do you actually do it? Because it really works. Massaging your scalp improves blood circulation, brings more nutrition to your hair follicles, and helps stimulate new growth. You don't need fancy tools, although you can get a simple silicone scalp brush on Amazon for a couple bucks. But honestly, even just your clean fingertips are perfect. While you're watching a show or scrolling TikTok, take 5 minutes to gentle massage for your scalp, and please no nails. It's a super relaxing, relieves tension, and your hair will thank you for it. If you want to level it up, you can even add a few drops of light-weighted oil like rosemary. The main thing is consistency, and you don't need to do it every day. 2 or 3 times a week, it's already amazing. So if you made it to the end, I know you're serious about your glow up, and trust me, this is only the beginning. I still have so many model-approved secrets to share, from skincare routines to the exact products that celebrity use for that effortless skin and hair and makeup. So if you want to keep building your hot girl but make it healthy era, make sure you subscribe right now and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next one. And if this video gave you even one tip you're excited to try, give it a like and share it with your bestie, because we all deserve that red carpet hair moment. Drop a comment and tell me which tip surprised you the most. I read them all and I might feature your question in my next video. Thanks for watching, and remember, being a hot girl starts with taking care of yourself from the inside out. See you in next video. Bye!